side going, just wear your effing mask. And either way you land, it's going to work you up if you let it. Anna, you were right, though. You know, put your priorities out there and go, why am I letting this guy I don't even know get me worked up because of his beliefs and he's entitled to everything he believes in. You know, it's his country too. He can believe whatever he wants. You know, whether you let that affect you, that's where you kind of have to draw the line and realize, wait, that's just being silly. And you remembered.
I
what
do.
You were
I do.
say.
Instead of wondering why the clowns are being clowns, stop showing up at the circus. That's it, right? Something like that?
Tyrone had something similar that he said about a couple guys I know.
Well, about the Facebook thing, because I think one guy, the guy that did our hats, whatever his name is,
Bird?
There's some people that actually are just so fed up with it, they can't handle it, and so they just completely just are not even logging on. You know what I mean? Your world will still go around without Facebook. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you can handle that. I challenged you once if you could not use your phone for one day.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, who else do you think I'm talking to?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to
Yeah,
figure
Anna,
out.
I told him, I said, do you think you could go without your phone for one day? He's like, yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. He won't do
It'd be a
it.
challenge for me, too. I can admit that.
No, and I agree it would be a challenge in general because that's our main form of communication. But in terms of the Facebook
Are you
thing,
awake up in the middle of the night and
Yes.
check your phone? See, I'm way worse than my wife, too. We went out yesterday and she left her phone at home, and I was like, what if I need to text you? She was like, you're with me. And I was like,
But I mean, your world will still go round without Facebook.
Sure
and
did.
not knowing what everybody else is thinking for that minute. I mean, if you can have your own moments for like in your own thoughts without being influenced by any other outside people for like a whole 24 hours, could you imagine?
Get those wheels turning on their own. Back when the old circle and stick game used to be. No, I'm just kidding. I found the quote, though. But yeah, I agree with you, Marnie. Don't blame a clown for acting like a clown. Ask yourself why you keep going to the circus. So,
Yeah.
if you would look at certain things, I'm not saying Facebook is or isn't a circus, but sometimes I sit back and eat the popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
And then my wife's like, what are you doing? And then she's like, and I'm mindlessly doing it too. Like, we should get off our phones. She feels the same way you do.
Mm-hmm.
I only went to a circus one time. Glad you brought that up. Anna.
Subject change.
If they had animals, they don't do that anymore.
No. They had a little posse of evil clowns.
Oh, I don't want to go to that circus.
No, I think maybe that was part of that in the movie Time Bandits. Really,
Was it in
scarred me.
Vegas?
No, but all the evil clowns were little.
Were you
people.
eating disco biscuits at the time?
No, I was a kid.
Oh,
But the little.
were you
people
getting fed disco biscuits
were
at the time?
running around and growling at us, and it really freaked
Like
me out.
children?
No, like evil people.
Oh,
like
I thought you said
clowns.
something else.
No, little people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really freaked me out, man. It might be part of my
Yeah.
childhood trauma I'm trying to work through.
Ties to things.
on
Yeah.
my podcast. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Could be. Could be.
There's that. And then I watched shortly, not long after that, I watched, you ever seen Time Bandits?
No.
Marnie saw the preview of it and she had enough. She's like, no, thank you.
It's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's about clowns.
Oh. It's about time travel, which I love.
Oh, yeah.
Get on that time
Have you seen The Time Traveler's Wife?
Yeah, sweet. It's a good movie.
I liked it. Sad.
But no, these little people kidnap this kid out of his bedroom and they pull him in the closet and they take him around the world.
In a good way?
No, and they're mean. Like one of them's a real mean drunk.
Oh, man. You should check out AA. Or some other pathway, preferably to 17 recovery.
Yeah, but
How old's the kid?
the kid was about 7.
His name's Corey.
No, that's a real.
Oh. Okay.
And they were like from overseas, so they all talk funny in the movie. You should watch it. Watch it. Time Traveler.
No,
Time
I don't
Bandits.
want to watch it. I don't like.
What, you don't like what? You don't like what? You don't like what?
I'm
Little
not a
people?
fan of clowns.
Oh.
No, actually.
No, you don't?
I don't like clowns.
Oh, I thought you
No, I'm
were
not a
answering
fan.
my other question.
Oh no, I love all people. I have love for all people.
The same.
Nice. Even, especially, the golden year generation.
Older people. I don't know why China would try to kill them off.
I don't know either.
That's the thing. And that's part of the conspiracy that I would jump on is, yeah, this was made in a lab somewhere. This was planned. I believe that. It's not like some...
What, China?
God, yeah. But no, I think the COVID-19 or whatever, I think it was formed in a lab, and it was done intentionally, and then, oops, got a little carried away.
You mean like as in a
cleansing?
Weapon of war?
Mm-hmm.
Cleansing, I like that. That's nice.
What do they call it? Euthanasia?
I mean,
that's probably something completely different.
That's when you put something under. Yeah, I mean, you're killing something intentionally by injecting poison into it. That's euthanizing something, something. So
that's what I think.
Yeah. So I don't know about all that. That's where the conspiracy theory piece comes in.
Or it's Jesus or God.
Survival of the fittest. I mean, here's the thing: you have God's will and you have man's will. God gave man man's will. What did they do with it? So maybe it's all God's will.
It would be because God would have
gave them that.
But at the same time, we don't give.
You're saying COVID is the means by which God is introduced.
No, I'm not.
No,
I'm saying
how so. But you're saying God's decided to
God gave
take
man
China or whatever you said.
No.
I'm not saying that.
Well,
by any
let's
means.
first of all let's give Satan his due because he probably was with that chemist that created the COVID.
Oh, he probably had his hand right up his ass.
Yeah, we didn't see
Puppeteering.
nobody ever gives Satan credit. They're like, oh God, how did you let that happen? God, we'll blame you. And
well, God's
Satan's
a
doing some
loving
stuff?
God, but God also persecutes. So I mean, I don't give Satan any credit.
Does he? Does God really? Or was it in that book you read that Tuesday? Depends. Now we're not going to get into God talk, but
Was that when I had
we
to
are
kneel
talking
on
about
salt
God.
holding the buckets of water?
No, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. It's the only way. But, no, I mean, if you look at the big picture of it all, I think that somebody created it. It's not like somebody was clearing... I mean, and that could have happened too, but I doubt it since the rainforest isn't really in China. But, well, I'm sure they have some kind of stuff. But anyway, if you see the movies, they're like, they cleared the rainforest, and now all of a sudden, boom, they released this virus into the... I don't think that somebody just kicked a rock over one day and poof, the virus is just poof. Hey, now it's.
So I believe there's repercussions for everything. I'm not ruling out any of that. However, I'm not saying like COVID just mysteriously came out of an egg that God hatched out of a golden hen's ass either. So I guess I'm swearing on here. Sorry. But these things have been around. It's factual that it's been around. This is a new strain. And even though viruses are resilient, they don't get touched by antibiotics. But let's just talk about alone how people don't take antibiotics correctly. And what does that do? That mutates strains of bacteria and causes different forms of the common cold that wipe people out. Take your antibiotics as prescribed. And a lot of times, you ever notice how antibiotics aren't prescribed as commonly anymore? Because they were handing that crap out like candy. And if you don't take it from start to finish, you're going to fight it off a little bit. It's going to come back stronger and mutate. Why can't that happen with a virus? Why can't things mutate over time? I mean, I'm not saying that we've evolved because I believe in God and I believe in the Bible. However, there's also tangible evidence that man didn't walk upright in the beginning completely. So yeah, the theory of evolution to an extent is part of it. So why wouldn't a virus evolve a little bit to become stronger? Look at all the crap and hormones they put in food and everything.
Yeah, and you're telling me they can't make a virus?
I'm not saying that they can't either. I'm not ruling that out. What I'm saying is I'm not going to sit here and co-sign any of those 100% because I'll never know. My wife will never know. And honestly, they don't even really know what they're going on is what they've seen so far. Like, this is truly killing people. Fact. Yes. Can you survive it? Absolutely. Are the numbers going up with more testing? Absolutely. Because they weren't testing like that before. And does it affect the elderly more? Yes. Do I think God's trying to wipe out the elderly? On a serious side, no. Maybe he is bringing them home, bud. But who knows? Maybe the end of the world is happening. And again,
It's more-
time doesn't happen in the Bible the way it happens to us 24 hours
And
a day.
it's more realistic that something like this would take them home, as opposed to just being sucked through their roof like the Kirk Cameron movies.
Yeah. I'd like to go by a beam. I can't do it now. I'm just kidding. Alien abductions. No, we're not getting on that topic. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
then that'll lead us back
Don't
into
even.
the squatch.
I know,
Started, please.
That's why I said that.
You know, I think we should sell tickets for you. I mean, of course, they have to wear
That
the
say
mask.
E equals MC squared.
No, to go squatch hunting.
Can we?
Yes, like we could have you be the
be a
guide.
guide.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to wear. My wife's investing in a mosquito net, like head to toe, because we'll be outside and I'll get like 1,000 bites and she'll get maybe one tops. So I'm gonna have to get that first. But yeah.
You could look
Take-
like a ranger.
Yeah.
Oh man, can I get in a little Mount Me hat?
Yeah, mountaineer hat.
I like to call
Take
it
you
Mount
out
Me
to
hat.
that
but-
city between
Yeah.
Petoskey and wherever it was, Lansing, and have you just
Oh, where we've really seen something?
take a group of people out there, and for $500 they get to go squatch hunting with Anna. Like I'll do like the fantasy.
Messing with Sasquatch.
Yes. I'll do the fantasy football league again. You could do the squatch hunting, and it was as they call it non-traditional revenue. Like this would be our way to raise.
If you're listening and you got $500, you want me to take you on a tour to go see Squatch? Let's go. I will gladly take you with bells and whistles. Pack a nice little lunch.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go home messing with Sasquatch.
Anna, it's ANNA at 217recovery.com. Have fun.
That's an open invite.
Marnie, do you have anything else for the topic?
No, I had fun today. It was a nice drive. It was a beautiful day.
Thank you for coming up here. I feel bad. Marnie's been pretty quiet.
Oh, no, it's okay. I listen to this all the time.
What? Oh, no, sometimes, I mean, look. Sometimes I just like to have fun. And sometimes I like to bring up topics that people are talking about and kind of go both ways with it and just to kind of see. But at the end of the day, though, the moral of this whole podcast is don't let that get into you and don't let that drive you to drink or use because it can.
Absolutely. Don't let a lot of things get into you.
No.
Like
Well,
vodka. Or old people.
Or what?
What? No,
Little-
I'm just
little
kidding.
people?
I'm just kidding. No.
Oh, I love little
No,
people.
what I'm saying is don't let anybody control your emotions or rent space in your head, like Corey was saying, I believe,
Yes.
right?
Yep. That's pretty much where I wanted to go with that today because I just see it too much. And with Rob, we had a good conversation last week, or maybe it was week 2. I don't know. Whenever he was on the podcast, it was a good podcast. It was great catching up with Rob, and he kind of off the air told me that he's like, look, man, this happened. And I'm like, look, that's still your sister, and the fact that would even come in between you guys, like, just don't let that happen.
You gotta squash it. Squash it.
$500.
I'm serious.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I'm working right now.
We'll bring
I'm
the
just
camera. And then somehow we get picked up by like True TV. No, seriously, like look at those ghost hunter shows. Like they don't ever catch any ghosts, man.
Self-proclaimed youper.
Yeah, going and you could dress up like that dude from North Carolina. I told him get over chair. Breathe all hard.
Instead of them, him. That's my wife's favorite line.
The hair is beautiful.
Did you notice in my blog the other day when I said Jamie, my beautiful wife?
No.
I've done it twice now.
Look at the video. Look up, was it North Carolina man?
Tim Peeler, self-proclaimed mountain man.
Yeah, there you go. Look him up.
Squatch hunter.
Yeah.
It happened about 6 years ago, maybe 8 tops, but
Yeah.
there's a nice little recorded. Actually, it calls 911 twice. There's a couple remixes. He also is a country singer and loves God. All right.
Yeah.
Just a little back history on Tim Peeler.
Just before we leave, though, if you guys did see a Squatch, Marnie, we'll start with you. If you saw a Squatch, what was the first thing you would do?
Well, am I like in a vehicle? Am I like walking through a forest?
Yeah,
What am
that's
I
a good
doing?
question.
I mean, I probably would have done the same. I mean,
You're at
just go
your mom's. You're